Approximately 600 years before the advent of Jesus Christ, a prince was born in the region of Nepal, named Siddhartha Gautama. Siddhartha was raised by his mother's younger sister, Mahapajapati. According to tradition, he was destined by birth to lead the life of a prince, and his father, King Siddhartha, had 3 palaces constructed for him to be used according to the seasons. Though more recent scholarly opinions cast doubt on this claim, his father, desiring him to become a great king, purportedly shielded Siddhartha from religious teachings and knowledge of human suffering. Upon reaching the age of 16, his father is said to have arranged his marriage to a cousin of the same age, named Yasodhara. As per the traditional account, she gave birth to a son named Rahula. Siddhartha supposedly spent 29 years as a prince in Kapilavastu. Although his father ensured that Siddhartha was provided with everything he could want or need, Buddhist scriptures assert that the future Buddha felt that material wealth was not the ultimate goal of life. At the age of 29, Siddhartha left his palace to meet his subjects. Despite his father's efforts to hide from him the sick, aged, and suffering, Siddhartha was said to have encountered an old man. When his charioteer Channa explained to him that all people grew old, the prince went on further trips beyond the palace. On these trips, he encountered a diseased man, a decaying corpse, and an ascetic. These experiences depressed him, and he initially strove to overcome aging, sickness, and death by living the life of an ascetic. King Siddhartha Gautama decided to leave the palace and pursue his calling. So he left the kingdom and searched for several spiritual teachers to learn from them. He practiced under 2 hermit teachers of yogic meditation. After mastering the teachings of Kalama, he was asked by Kalama to succeed him. However, Gautama felt unsatisfied by the practice and moved on to become a student of yoga with Uddaka Ramaputta. With him, he achieved high levels of meditative consciousness and was again asked to succeed his teacher. But, once more, he was not satisfied and again moved on. After years of searching and seeking the truth, Siddhartha and a group of 5 companions led by Kaundinya are then said to have set out to take their austerities even further. They tried to find enlightenment through deprivation of worldly goods, including food, practicing self-mortification. After nearly starving himself to death by restricting his food intake to around a leaf or nut per day, he collapsed in a river while bathing and almost drowned. A village girl named Sujata gave him some madhupayasa, after which Siddhartha got back some energy. Siddhartha began to reconsider his path. Then, he remembered a moment in childhood in which he had been watching his father start the season's ploughing. He attained a concentrated and focused state that was blissful and refreshing, the jhana. After realizing that meditative dhyana was the right path to awakening, but that extreme asceticism didn't work, Gautama discovered what Buddhists call the middle way, a path of moderation away from the extremes of self-indulgence and self-mortification, or the Eightfold Path, as described in the first discourse of the Buddha. In a famous incident, after becoming starved and weakened, he is said to have accepted milk and rice pudding from a village girl named Sujata. Such was his emaciated appearance that she wrongly believed him to be a spirit that had granted her a wish. Following this incident, Gautama was famously seated under a pipal tree, now known as the Bodhi tree, in Bodh Gaya, India, when he vowed never to arise until he had found the truth. Kondinya and for other companions, believing that he had abandoned his search and become undisciplined, left. Through meditation, his mind became calmer and his concentration deepened. In this calm and peaceful meditative state, Siddhartha Gautama set his mind to realize his true nature and the true nature of life. He had questions in mind about life, the cause of suffering, and the path to experiencing everlasting joy. Soon his consciousness expanded, and he saw the sun, planets, and how the universe and galaxies are linked together. He experienced how everything in the universe, from the smallest speck of dust to the largest planets and stars, is connected and evolving as one united whole, and how everything in the universe follows the same rhythmic system, growing, decaying, and growing again. Everything seemed so connected, happening with a cause and an effect on everything else in this whole. He then realized his true nature and how his latest life as Prince Siddharta was but a bead in the series of lifetimes. At the time of his awakening, he realized complete insight into the Four Noble Truths, the endless cycle of rebirth, suffering, and dying again. He realized that death is nothing but changing the physical vehicle, enabling the soul to gain a whole new experience every time it is born again. He saw how by ending one lifetime, another begins, and in this way, the wheel of life and death keeps spinning over and over again, and how karma is not ceased but carried over from one life to another. He saw how all the pleasures and pains are but temporary worldly experience is teaching man lessons to make him grow. Rich in one lifetime can be poor in another. A king in one lifetime can be a beggar in another. He then looked at the suffering of the world and how people create their own misery and joy. He observed how people lie, steal, kill, and take advantage of each other, unaware of the law of change and the instability of physical possessions. He realized then the causes of suffering and that attachments and physical possessions can never bring man everlasting joy. And finally, at the full moon of Taurus, the Vesak, after a reputed 49 days of meditation, at the age of 35, he discovered the means to end this suffering, which made his body filled with radiant light. His mind became so peaceful and calm. With a pleasant smile, he arose from his meditation and looked up when he saw the morning star. At this holy moment, a great understanding came to him. He saw himself, all life, the world, and the planets as one. He experienced all the past and all the future simultaneously and realized the meaning of life, existence, and why we are born on this earth and where we come from. He thus found the truth, and he is said to have attained enlightenment, becoming known as the Buddha or the Awakened One. Prince Siddharta became the Lord Buddha, who is also known as Gautama Buddha or Shakyamuni Buddha. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving a like and subscribing. Stay focused, be happy,